Welcome back, everybody. We're jumping right back into a little bit of Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for saying my aunt wouldn't let me go to my dream college? It sounds okay. It's not as juicy as I would like. Am I the asshole for asking my husband if he resents our daughter? Ooh, this one sounds pretty good. Let's take a look. My husband and I have a 6-year-old daughter, Lily. When I was when I was pregnant, my husband was convinced we were having a son. The thought of it being a girl could never even crossed his mind. When we found out it was a girl, he didn't say anything, but I could see the disappointment on his face. Since Lily was born, my husband has always done more typically manly activities with her. Well, this just seems a little off already. Football, rugby, boxing, martial arts, DIY, etc. This doesn't bother me as she genuinely loves these things. How old is she at this point? That's what I want to know. When he comes from work, she drags him outside to play with her. I mean, kind of sounds like you're the asshole already. However, more recently it's taken a more uncomfortable turn. Okay, here we go. Here's the juice that we're looking for. My streamer, my juicer, let's see it. Whenever she cries, he tells her to grow up and that crying is for babies. I mean, I'm not going to tell you how to parent your child, but this is very common for fathers to do. And if you're going to baby her, maybe don't ridicule him as much for doing this. I mean, there's a lot of context to be gained from this that we just don't have. Obviously, this wouldn't be right if she was a boy either. Okay, again, maybe you guys just have different methods of parenting, but you should trust that he has the best intentions for either of them. But I feel like he's trying to force anything feminine out of her. Or maybe he's trying to instill some kind of work ethic or, grit into her because it doesn't matter if she's a boy or a girl. When she steps into the real world, no one's going to coddle her. And even if she's really young, she's 6, obviously. Even if she is 6, I think coddling children is just, you know, it's not something I would do personally, but, I think that's more like what moms do for their children. She has also taken an interest in some girly things with me. She loves makeup, adores it. She loves letting me put on different makeup styles on her. She lets me paint her nails, and I let her paint mine. I mean, just a wonderful, wonderful little story here. Yesterday at dinner, Lily asked me if she could paint Daddy's nails for a change. He looked at her and said, "No, and don't ever ask me that again." She didn't cry, but was silent for the rest of the day and was obviously devastated. Okay, maybe you should have worded it differently, but like, it doesn't seem all that bad. Later before I asked him if I was. Wait. Later before bed, I asked him if I resent our daughter. Later before bed, I asked him if I resent our daughter for not being the son he always dreamed of. I think you worded this incorrectly. I asked him if he resents our daughter for not being the son he always dreamed of. He said, "How could you even think of that?" And I pointed out that he tries to repress anything feminine out of her. He started calling me paranoid and said that just because he didn't want to waste his time getting his nails painted doesn't mean he resents our daughter or wants to force her into anything. Am I the asshole? It sounds like you're the asshole. And it sounds like your husband's not that articulate, so like, I mean, you can't really fault him for that. He's not doing anything like overly assholey, as you would put it in layman's terms. He's not doing anything crazy here. Um, so yeah, I think it's pretty cut and dry. You're the asshole. Maybe not for the reason you think, but just have a little trust for your husband. He's probably just doing the best he can, being the father of your children, or child, and just cut him some slack. Cut him some slack. Just instead of making these backhanded comments, maybe just straight up talk it out with him. Ask him how he actually feels. What's wrong with that? A little bit of honesty never hurt anybody, right? All right, moving on here. Am I the asshole for getting the police called on my shoplifting stepdaughter? This sounds kind of juicy, and it also sounds kind of funny, but like, I don't know. Sorry, just had to caffeinate there. Am I the asshole for not getting a test to see if I'm a kidney match? All right, this sounds juicy, but I don't really want to read that. It just sounds sounds a little off-putting by the way they put it. Am I the asshole for not telling my son's mom about my vacation? Okay, that sounds boring. Am I the asshole for refusing to order specialty uniforms for a plus-size employee? Oh, we gotta. This has juice written all over it. My streamer? All right. I work as a manager for a customer service department at a large tourist attraction. We have a new employee we'll call Kate. Hey, Kate. I'm Ryan. It's nice to meet you. Employees are required to wear a uniform consisting of branded polo and whatever work-appropriate slacks people choose to wear. I mean, like, the age-old debate. Is it khaki or is it black slacks? I mean, come on. Shame them to be fitter. What do you mean, reformed? Hopefully that's satire. Let's just read a little bit more to see where this goes. The largest size we currently have in polos is 2XL. Kate is a plus size lady and she requested the largest size available. I gave her the 2XL and it seems to fit fine. However, okay, this is where the juice comes in. After the first week on the job, she came to my office and said she'd like to talk. She told me she feels the uniform is too constricting and the fabric makes her uncomfortable. She said it was unaccommodating to bigger staff members to only offer a clingy, form-fitting polo. All right. The polos are dry fit polyester material. I let her know that we can order a bigger size for her, but it would take 2 to 3 weeks for the custom ones to come in. She asked if I could order a different style of shirt, and I said no because the uniforms need to be consistent. I mean, that's fair. She seemed dissatisfied with the answer, but we ended the conversation. I mean, I just think people kneel down to the fatties too much. We should let them suffer until they start exercising. Thoughts? I wouldn't phrase it like that, but yeah, I think I do think we accommodate unhealthy behaviors in a way that almost seems like it's a personality trait in a sense, where like, it's not like anyone feels really good about fat shaming people, but it's also like you kind of stepped into your own skin here. Like if you don't like the uniform and you don't think it fits and you're asking for exceptions when he clearly states it has to be consistent, then maybe you're the problem. But let's read a little further, see how it ends. Maybe things will clear up. Today I opened my email to receive an email from Kate that can be summarized. It is disrespectful and discriminatory practice to refuse to accommodate plus size employees. Okay. I don't know. It seems weird to use the word discriminatory here. Disrespectful, sure. If you feel disrespected, that's okay. By not allowing me to wear a uniform, I feel comfortable in I feel comfortable in that you have made this an unwelcome and hostile work environment for me. If management is unable to order an appropriate uniform for me, I will promptly be leaving this position. I mean, I don't think you're the asshole, but you know, you're going to run into this stuff probably more times than you would like. It just seems like you're not the asshole, and I wouldn't call her the asshole, but that's her problem. If she doesn't feel comfortable in it and doesn't just want a larger size, she wants a whole different uniform, then the problem doesn't go past that. Kate is otherwise a solid employee and has had no issues with attendance or customer service. Am I the asshole by not caving to her demands here? Yeah, I mean, there's not much you can do. Just if the largest size is 2XL, she doesn't like the way it fits, she should take the shirt or pants to tailor. See if they can, work around what she would need in this situation. Let's look at some of the comments. Not the asshole. Legitimate complaint about the shirt being too small for her to comfortably wear. You offered to order a polo in a larger size for her, and you did it. You ordered it, but she went a step further and wanted a completely different style of shirt. There's no reason for that. You were not disrespectful or discriminatory. You treated her respectfully and offered her an appropriate accommodation. This sounds like a case of an employee throwing around buzzwords, discrimination, hostile work environment to try to bully management into giving in. Let her leave, good riddance. But just to CYA? What's that mean? Just to cover your ass? Okay. Just to cover your ass, make sure you have documentation that you offered to order a larger shirt. I mean, she already has the largest size, so. An email back saying, per our discussion, that should do it. Please respond to this email with your size and I'll be happy to place the order ASAP. That should do it. I would change it slightly. So no custom materials or cuts would be ordered, as that is our uniform. I'm happy to get this resolved by ordering whatever size of our uniform you need. Needs to expressly state the woman didn't take the offer for the right size. Yes, per our discussion, should clue people in, but it's good to directly spell it out if someone wants to try to go for discrimination. Also calls out why the uniform will be ordered and not anything custom. It's less nice and not political, but it's more direct. When someone throws those buzzwords around, then you make sure your ass is well covered. Yeah, I guess you really should cover your bases. There's nothing wrong with that, but, what are you going to do? I would add the expected time frame into this phrasing. Should arrive in 2 to 3 weeks. Please see me discuss interim measures, as you know. It's not reasonable to expect her to wear a too small shirt for 2 weeks while waiting for the real uniform to come in. Potentially use a polo shirt of the same color and her preferred size during that time. It's understanding that when the official shirt, I think this guy gets the upvote here. I mean, he's accommodating. He's not discriminating in this situation, and altogether, just being a nice guy. Not the asshole, but cover your ass. Okay, I agree. All right, I think that's pretty solved. Want to buy? Yeah, okay. Thank you. Please don't post spam ads in here. I guess it's probably a bot, but I just feel the need to clarify. I won't be buying followers or anything of the sort. I just do this as a hobby. It's kind of fun for me. All right, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please comment down below whether or not you think they are the asshole or not. And if you like the video, and maybe think about subscribing. All right, on the next one, boys.